Good afternoon and welcome to Matters Financial and Geopolitical from a Frontier, and thank you for stopping by. Let me start with macro thoughts because we've been witnessing some very violent movements in asset prices since Chairman Powell spoke last week. I wrote in an article playing on the theme of the film The Wizard of Oz that the market is fearing the arrival of the Wicked Witch of the West and has front-run Powell and has priced in 3 rate cuts within 12 months. Tracy Alloway tweeted, "If the Fed cuts in July, it'll be doing something unusual, cutting rates at a time when financial conditions are already loose." That was via Credit Suisse. "Looser now than at any time of any first rate cut in the past 5 cutting cycles," says Credit Suisse. And this is the important point. And I said, if you were looking at the US economy in isolation, you would have to say such a forecast is absurd. The economy sure has some soft spots, but unemployment is at multi-decade lows and consumer spending, the key pivot, is holding up. The US 2-year note is at around 1.75% and is the financial instrument which is the purest signal in all the noise. We are in nosebleed territory, and I'm afraid this is voodoo economics, and just because we have not reached the point when the curtain was lifted in The Wizard of Oz and the wizard revealed to be an ordinary conman from Omaha, Nebraska, who had been using elaborate magic tricks and props to make himself seem great and powerful, should not lull us into a false sense of security. Bitcoin, which I wrote in my considered opinion, has never been about its utility, but all about its safe haven, non-correlated asset status, flew through 10,000 over the weekend, blasted through 11,000, and last was at 11,425. This is a chart from Physique Money of Bitcoin, and this is as much a safe haven in today's world as gold, as treasury bonds, etc. I like this globalization. Alaskan salmon shipped to Seattle and then flown to China to be deboned, then much of it shipped back to the US where it is consumed.